All right, the Padres with another one-run win in their second of two exhibition games in this Seoul series before it finally counts. Can't wait. Padres-Dodgers coming up on Wednesday morning, Thursday morning. Darvish and Musgrove pitching in these two games. Michael King also expected to be pitching. But in tonight's game, or at least tonight here, it was a day game there in Seoul. Dodgers are going to be playing that night game coming up at, I think, 3 a.m. our time. No, I'm not going to be staying up watching that. Not happening. But tonight, Ha-Seong Kim stole the show. Dylan Cease got the start. Matt Waldron pitched. There's some things to take away from this game. I'll do a live show tomorrow, probably sometime tomorrow morning. So stay tuned for that final roster projection before it will come out at some point here in the next couple of days. But I was impressed by Dylan Cease. Let's just start off there. Padres debut, nasty stuff. I get it wasn't even Team Korea. It was a team in Korea, the LG Twins. And he gave up a home run as well. Like, I got to mention that. But he looked pretty nasty. That breaking stuff, the velocity was there, 97, 98. And he was talking with Scan. He said he felt good. He liked his outing. So I'm going to like it. I'm not going to freak out about a home run. Sure, left it over the middle of the plate, but I'm not going to freak out about that. It was his first outing with the Padres. So much traveling involved for Dylan Cease, so much movement just in his life. I'm not going to freak out over this one exhibition start. But the stuff that I saw from him, I was encouraged. And it looks like we're going to get more like the 2022 Dylan Cease than last year. He said, I think, to the media that he seems like he's fixed some things, so that's encouraging. Matt Waldron today, it seems like he's got the edge there for the 5-starter. A lot of things can change. The Padres, they don't need a 5th starter until April because we know the first 4, they're not even going to need a 5th starter for the Giants series even because we know it's going to be Darvish and Musgrove games 1 and 2. Cease probably game 3, King game 4, and then the 5th starter in that series after that. So there's still time. But I think Waldron would get the advantage right now. There's definitely an argument for Brito. I mean, he has the velocity. Waldron can give up hard contact. He's got to hit his spots. Might not get a lot of strikeouts, but he's not walking a lot of guys. If you go look at his Cactus League outings, and today, 3 1/3 innings, gave up, I think, 1 earned run. He's not walking a lot of guys, so that's encouraging. For this 2-game series in Seoul, I don't think he'll make the roster. There's just not a need for Matt Waldron on this roster in 2 games. Where Brito, you can have him come out of the bullpen. He's got that velocity. That would work. With Waldron, there's guys in that bullpen that can go, including Adrian Morejon. I don't know if he's going to make this roster. He's got one more option year left, so that will be this year. But I saw some encouraging things from him as well. The velocity I thought was there. The breaking pitches looked pretty good. So he came out, multiple innings of work there for him. I don't know. It seems like he's on the outside looking in. Pedro Avila, I think we can say he's not going to make the roster. He didn't pitch in either of these 2 exhibition games. I thought he was going to, but he did not. So it seems like the Padres, for these 2 games, they'll have King be a long man. Brito could do that. He'll be making the roster. Morejon could go multiple innings if they need him to. There's guys that can do that, and then they've got plenty of arms there. So it doesn't seem like there's going to be a need for Waldron, for Avila. We'll see if Morejon makes it. We'll see if Kolek makes it, the Rule 5 guy. There's a lot of different roster things that I could talk about all night here, but I do eventually want to go to bed, and I'll do a show tomorrow. Offensively, Ha-Seong Kim, 2 home runs. What a moment. Both of those moments. I mean, especially the first one. Hitting that home run there, coming back home like that. Now, the only thing that could top that is him doing it in a big moment here, Padres-Dodgers, and him hitting it off of Yamamoto or Glass now. And hopefully it's a big pro-Padres crowd because it's in Korea, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's the only thing that could top that. I mean, what a moment. That reminded me of his home run that he hit. Or he hit multiple, but one of the home runs he hit to left in the WBC when he was playing for Team Korea. So, really cool moment there. He's been swinging the bat well, and obviously hoping that continues And, offensively, we know that he has only continued to get better statistically. And so if that happens, then the Padres, if other guys can perform up to the level of expectation, or at least closer to that, unlike last season, and Kim keeps getting better, then this team should be in a pretty good spot to be at least a wild card team. I'm not really thinking about the division at all. I'm just thinking about day in, day out, just go win that day. Tatis hit with runners in scoring position. Jackson Merrill, another day with a hit. Tyler Wade, a good play defensively. I really wonder what's going to happen here bench-wise. I don't think there's a need for Brett Sullivan when you've got Tyler Wade, who's a lefty, can play multiple spots. You've got Graham Pauley, a lefty. He got a hit today, and then I believe he struck out second at-bat. What they could do, I was looking at the roster, you have the 4 outfielders, and then if they want, you leave Soley off the roster. Campy and Higgy are the catchers. It's 2 games, Okay, those are the 2 catchers. Sullivan can be on the taxi squad. And then if you don't want to make the decision on Pauley, Eggy, Wade, you can have all of them on the team and be on the bench. The numbers do work out that way. There's 4 outfielders, 2 catchers, so that's 6, and then you can have 7. 4, we obviously know the 4, Manny, Kim, Bogey, Crony, and then the 3 bench guys. So it works that way. So I'm really curious to see what this roster is going to look like. More talk about that tomorrow, but another 1-run win. Woo-Suk-Go, gave up a home run. Would they... I think he'll make the roster. There's a part of his contract that he has to accept an option, a spot in the minors. I think he'll still make the roster. He's probably just not going to get the high leverage innings. I think they know they want to go Suarez. They want to go probably Cosgrove, De Los Santos, Peralta, probably those guys right now for those high leverage innings. But it's going to be interesting. The start of the season, I can't wait. These games that haven't mattered. Like, I love watching the Padres, and 3 a.m. I was watching it, 8 o'clock here, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, watching it. I don't care if it doesn't count, like I'm watching it still, but to have them count and it's against the Dodgers, it just fires me up.